I'm going to get this on time lapse, or get this on video, no time lapse, because if this goes wrong, I'm getting £250 from you, not Euro car parts. You've been framed. What is up then, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a very busy day. We're jumping straight back into the ST150 engine. I did cheat on you guys a little bit, if I'm honest. I did start, basically, I just wanted to start labelling up some of the wires, just so I don't get overwhelmed when it comes to the end of putting everything back together. So I just marked all the grounds, where the wires go to, and the location of the block that they go to, and then I've wrapped them all up in cling film. As you can see, I have a very unhealthy addiction to packaging and a little bit OCD. But as you can see, all of the plumbing and everything, all the wires that I've taken off have gone in there. They're all labelled, and then they're labelled on there. So the plan for today is I want to take all of the auxiliaries off, power steering, alternator, everything like that. I want to take the inlet manifold off as well, and I also want to take the gearbox off, because my end goal of today is I want to get the engine onto the engine stand. As when we've done that, then we can start painting it, which I think that's what I'm dying to do. I've just gone and brought some very nice paint. But yeah, let's crack on with this. Probably a bit boring, so I'll probably do more time lapse than anything. Plus I want to listen to the radio because it's going to be a very long thing to do, and I don't like being demonetized. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Should give you a nice perspective, because obviously you never really get to see these type of things when the car's on, the engine's in the car. But yeah, let's do it. So we are about 15 minutes in. If you're ever doing this, do it with a friend. Oh my god. Sorry, let me get my breath back. Started to remove all this, and then it started to tilt a little bit, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I kind of lost a bit of counterbalancing, so now it's like leaning completely to the left. So I've just had to pick it up and move it back over onto the stand so it didn't fall off onto me, because that would have been a whole different video. But yeah, sorry, I'm such a fat bastard. Gonna start with the inlet manifold now. I've done a few bolts behind there, but you may have been noticing that every bolt I've been undoing, I've been pointing it back, because my memory is a little bit shocking. So I'd like to remember where everything is. But to be fair, it's going quite good. 15 minutes in, removed all of this, and yeah, haven't snapped the bolt, seized the bolt or anything yet. So in my books, that's a gooder. So I'm gonna put you guys back down, get my breath back, hopefully, and then just take the inlet manifold. But yeah, this is going well so far. Alright then guys, so that inlet manifold was by far the hardest part to get out. The bolts are just really stuck in between those gaps there, so if you ain't got the right haven't got the right spanners and stuff, then it is quite of a ball to get out. Kind of just like made this little thing with the 8mm just to get in there. But yeah, got it all out now. The PCV valve on here was really split, so there's a chance that that wasn't even working there. So you can see that there. Yeah, so that wasn't really gonna do much, was it? But happy with that now. Time for a tea break. If you see me taking some of this stuff off, like the inlet manifold, selling the AC condenser, if you need any of those things, let me know. All of the money goes straight back into the build. So yeah, gonna go in with the thermostat housing, just get rid of the most of the plumbing on there. And to be fair, I think that should mostly be it. I think it's just a couple of clips, starter motor, this thingy bob for the oil filter there, and I've seen that AirTech do something for these, but I don't know if they're for the NA models, because I know you put your PCV into your what you call it. That all made sense in my head, but you probably don't even know what I'm on about. But I know that they do a baffle cover for that, so I'm gonna have a look at that, see if it's any good. But yeah, making good progress. What are we in now? About half an hour now. Got inlet manifold off, AC condenser, alternator, water pump, what's called the pulley, the dampener, whatever you want to call it, and a couple of plugs undone. So I'm going to spend 10 minutes now off camera just labelling everything up, because I don't want to forget and bollock myself in the future. So yeah, we'll catch you guys up in a couple of minutes. Okay then, so I've done my little OCD bits now, so everything's labelled up again. Just put a lot of signs to know where it's going back to. Makes everything easier, or so I've been told. So all that's left to do now is take off the starter motor and the thermostat housing. 8mm bolts there, a big one down there, don't know what that is, but we'll find out. And just a couple of brackets, but overall that should pretty much be it for this side, other than the fuel rail, which is already unbolted. But I need to learn how to take it off because I don't want to break it. But yeah, it's going really well. I think this is just to prove that anyone can do this. This is literally the only tools that I'm using to do this. So quite easy, simple job. Just need to be able to get access to your car. But yeah, going really smooth. Put you back on time lapse for a bit and let's crack on. Okay then, so if I've done this properly, this loom should just come off. And there we go then guys, so that's the full front loom. Everything's pretty much intact other than those two hoses down there, which I needed to like slice open a little bit, but there's plenty more which I can just cut down to. But yeah, happy days. The engine's looking very clean already. Do need to take a couple of hoses off, just like that one. But yeah, these hoses have clearly never been taken off in their lives in this car, and yeah, they're not being very pleasant to take off. But we're doing bits, man. Okay then guys, so what you just missed is I've just taken the fuel rail off. That was nice and easy to take off, piece of piss. The only ball ache was that these what you call them, fuel injectors, the O-rings on the inside were seized. So what I've done is I've just cut them off, cleaned inside the holes and put them in, so that when we come to painting it, rather than filling the holes full of masking tape, I can just paint over the injectors, and then once everything's painted, just chuck them away. But yeah, that's the point that we're at now. Everything's nice and clean on both sides. We've got the loom off, the intake manifold, the alternator, the power steering, the water pump and the throttle body. And now it's time for the fun part, which is going to be removing the gearbox. This is what I've been highly, I would say anticipating, but highly anticipatedly not wanting to do. So we're going to do it, have fun, hopefully. It's, from what I've seen in the past, if you know what you're doing, they're quite easy to remove. Because I'm wearing Aston Martin doesn't mean I know what I'm doing, because I got these from a car boot. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm going to put you guys back down again, start the time lapse again. Hopefully it is just a couple of bolts, all of the lines and everything are undone. But yeah, less talking, let's do it boys, let's crack on. Alright then, so just to save myself the embarrassment, I'm probably going to cut some of that. Engine nearly fell over. I've had to crawl like a little bitch to get it back up. Nearly got there with the final bolt to get it out, only to find out that there was 2 more bolts which I've had to go in, flip the engine on its side, like manually undo those bolts, and now put the engine back standing up on its own. From what I should know now, these are the only bolts that should be left in. I'm going to get this on time lapse, or get this on video, no time lapse, because if this goes wrong, I'm getting £250 from not Euro car parts. You've been framed. Close. But yeah, let's get this gearbox off because this is the final component and we're ready for it. Let's go. Are we ready, guys? I guarantee I'll do this and there'll be one more bolt somewhere. That was a long boy. And if I've done that properly now for the 10th time, this should come off. You've been framed. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. I did press record, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's exactly how you don't remove an engine from a stand, but that is significantly lighter. As you just saw, I just sat it up on its own. That was mad. That was mad. I don't even know what to say. There you go, nice bit of comedy for the day. Halfway through almost through removing a gearbox from an engine, and Markel drops the engine on its head. So yeah, there we have it. Beautiful. I can smell burning clutch really bad, and that is my fault. Like when I said I sent it when I knew the engine was coming out, I sent it. The memories of the Mini Cooper coming back. But yeah, I'm buzzing with that. I'm just going to take the clutch off, and I might, because my cousin wants to help me paint the engine, so I'm thinking leave the engine as it is now, or just put it back on the dolly, and then when my cousin's here we'll lift it up onto the stand and then paint it. But yeah, I think I could probably call it here. But yeah, engine's all dismantled. Happy days. Didn't make too much of a mess. Only made one kind of major mistake, but got a lot of the parts off. Time to get my labelling gun back out. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this. It was so simple just to see how an engine comes apart. Like I'm saying it's simple, I dropped an engine upside down, but it was quite simple to see that it is just nuts and bolts, and as long as you make sure that they go in the right places, everything should go back together how it is. But yeah, if you saw this gearbox, you would have saw that I didn't drop it. Anybody need a Ford Fiesta ST150 gearbox, hit me up. I think they go for cheap these days, so if anyone needs it, give me a shout. I don't need it. We've got a new gearbox in all of that cling film just there. So yeah, I don't know if it's an IB5 or IB5 Plus, I don't know. I don't really know those gearboxes on the STs, but I'm guessing it's one of those. But yeah, hit me up. I'll give you a high five as well as a special gift and some Haribo. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call that the end of the video. It's been a very early morning and I'm guessing my neighbours bloody love me. But yeah, that's the engine dismantled. I will get my words properly one day. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something as well. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.